Immediately after meeting the Prime Minister at the Raj Bhavan, it was a very brief meeting. Mamata Banerjee, after exiting the Raj Bhavan, came out and spoke to the media. She said she had conveyed to the Prime Minister her party's opposition to CAA, NRC, NPR, while adding that the Prime Minister had assured her of raising these issues or taking them forward rather in Delhi. Let's listen in.
আর দ্বিতীয় একটি কথা আমি বলেছি যে দেখুন আপনি আমার এখানে এসেছেন, আপনি আমার অতিথি, হয়তো আমার বলা উচিত কিনা আমি জানি না, কিন্তু আমার এটা মনে হয়েছে বলে আমি বলছি যে আমরা CAA এবং NPR এবং NRC আমরা তিনটেরই বিরুদ্ধে, এবং তিনটের বিরুদ্ধে আন্দোলন চলছে সারা দেশ জুড়ে, এবং আমরা এটা নিশ্চয়ই চাই মানুষে মানুষে বৈষম্য হওয়া উচিত নয়, এবং কোনো মানুষই যাতে দেশ থেকে বাদ না যায়, এবং কোনো মানুষের উপরই যাতে কোনো রকম কোনো অত্যাচার না হয় এটা দেখার জন্য, এবং CAA নিয়ে এবং NRC নিয়ে আপনারা আবার ভাবনা চিন্তা করুন, এবং আমরা চাই এটা উইথড্র হোক, এটা আমি কিন্তু বলেছি।
Significant meeting with the Prime Minister, significant point made by Mamata Banerjee. Let me go across to Abhishek joining us live as we get you the response. Mamata Banerjee saying that she's raised CAA, NRC, NPR with the Prime Minister, Abhishek. But a key statement also made by Mamata, giving you a hint, and Suryagni was live there. She says, Prime Minister assured he was here for an event. He will raise the issues in Delhi. Is that a sign, Abhishek?
No, Niranjan. You see, you have to understand, Mamata Banerjee is essentially catering to her constituency and a section of her constituency, I would say, which has been made to believe that NRC is going to make them lose their citizenship, or a combination of CAA and NRC is going to make them lose their citizenship. So while she did make a courtesy call to the Prime Minister, and that was Chief Minister of Bengal saying hello to the Prime Minister of India as per protocol, which she clarified. But subsequent to that, whatever she said essentially showed one thing, that she still tried to ride this event on or ride her constituency on this occasion of meeting the Prime Minister. Prime Minister's response, as quoted by Mamata Banerjee, that here he has come for an event and that issue should be raised with him in Delhi, clearly shows that the response was along expected lines, that the CAA is already a law. In fact, a gazette notification has been passed yesterday. It has become a law effective yesterday in the country, and that whatever objectives that were there part of the bill of the Citizenship Amendment Act, they have become operational now. And to that extent, the government has really underscored its intent to go ahead despite all the protests that are going on. Whatever Mamata Banerjee said, A, was symbolic, and B, it was aimed at her own constituency and catering to her own vote bank, so to say, because in less than a year or around a year, she is going to face an election. And it's going to be very different than the earlier election that she has faced, given the fact that BJP now has 22 Lok Sabha members from Bengal. And that really is something which perhaps worries Mamata a lot, and that is why we have seen over the last 6 months she has upscaled her belligerence, so to say, against New Delhi, almost behaving like a Republic of Bengal.
Well, going by what Mamata Banerjee said after that meeting with the Prime Minister, she also maintained. Suryagni, if you could quickly to all our viewers once again translate the entire soundbite of the key points that were made by Mamata Banerjee. In fact, she also mentions at one point that he's my guest. He's my guest. I have to get funds from him. We are going to get 7,000 crore. She speaks about the 7,000 crore allocation. She says, he's my guest. I have to meet him. I have also told him that no human should leave the country. Specific mention of course, NRC, which does not exist. Perhaps Mamata has now realized, because if you see, the rhetoric has been toned down a little bit over the last few days. Suryagni, tell our viewers the entire translation of what Mamata said outside the Raj Bhavan.
Well, to simplify the entire thing, Mamata Banerjee just a few minutes back just told us over here, we were standing over here, that she had a meeting because the Prime Minister is her guest. Firstly, and there were 2 points on which the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister spoke. Firstly, was the funds that the state has to get from that is due. The state has to get from the central government. And secondly, especially the bull where 7,000 crores. That is what Mamata Banerjee is, stating, that the center has to give the state 7,000 crores in and these are the funds that are, in relation to Bulbul cyclone that happened in November. Secondly, and most importantly, Mamata Banerjee, I can quote her, that she stated that she told the Prime Minister that as he's the guest and she didn't know if she should tell him that over here or not, but she clearly told him that she opposes NRC, CAA and NPR, and that the Prime Minister and the government needs to rethink about these especially CAA and NRC. The Prime Minister's reply to her was that he is here for some other visit. He is here for the inauguration of buildings and Kolkata Port Trust's centenary event. And when he goes back to Delhi, he will speak to her about this. This is what Narendra Modi told Mamata Banerjee, as Mamata Banerjee stated it to all of us who were waiting, to get a glimpse of her moving out of Raj Bhavan behind me. Back to you.
Yeah, once again, I want to play out that soundbite once again of what Mamata Banerjee said. It was a short meeting at the Raj Bhavan between the Prime Minister and Mamata Banerjee. We weren't really sure. In fact, we weren't really sure until I think at about 2:30 p.m. Whether Mamata Banerjee would go to the Raj Bhavan, but she did come there. She calls it a courtesy visit. Here's what she said once again.
আর দ্বিতীয় একটি কথা আমি বলেছি যে দেখুন আপনি আমার এখানে এসেছেন, আপনি আমার অতিথি, হয়তো আমার বলা উচিত কিনা আমি জানি না, কিন্তু আমার এটা মনে হয়েছে বলে আমি বলছি যে আমরা CAA এবং NPR এবং NRC আমরা তিনটেরই বিরুদ্ধে, এবং তিনটের বিরুদ্ধে আন্দোলন চলছে সারা দেশ জুড়ে, এবং আমরা এটা নিশ্চয়ই চাই মানুষে বৈষম্য হওয়া উচিত নয়, এবং কোনো মানুষই যাতে দেশ থেকে বাদ না যায়, এবং কোনো মানুষের উপরে যাতে কোনো রকম কোনো অত্যাচার না হয়, এটা দেখার জন্য এবং CAA নিয়ে এবং NRC নিয়ে আপনারা আবার ভাবনা চিন্তা করুন, এবং আমরা চাই এটা উইথড্র হোক, এটা আমি কিন্তু বলে এসেছি।
Abhishek, another interesting development is how the Congress party is responding to Mamata Banerjee right now. Now, she refused to attend the opposition meeting on the 13th. And this morning, the Congress party said Mamata can't be trusted, and they launched an attack on Mamata Banerjee, questioning her. But did they expect Mamata to be to adopt rather a more guerrilla tactic when the Prime Minister arrives? Was that their strategy? Or is that what they expected?
Well, it's not about strategy, Niranjan. It's as simple as that both Mamata and the Congress party, they fish in the same pond so far as vote bank goes in Bengal. So they cannot be together and continue to grow or to exist at the level that they do. So for Mamata to remain in power, she cannot really cohabit with the Congress party, and given the extra aggression that has been put in by the BJP and the number of Lok Sabha MPs they have now, it's going to be all the more difficult for Mamata to make any kind of tactical adjustment with the Congress party. In fact, if we project into the future, it's likely that Mamata would be as belligerent with the Congress as she would be with the BJP, or she has been with the BJP, for the simple reason that I said that she and the Congress party essentially fish in the same pond so far as vote bank goes. And that is the reason why we saw Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary taking pot shots at Mamata. And Mamata, of course, the first time she has been riling the top leadership of the Congress party for quite some time. Even in the build-up to the general election, she said that Rahul Gandhi is not the leader who can be trusted in terms of leadership. He is not capable enough. So there is a history. Mamata, in fact, left the Congress party because she felt throttled, and she felt that her potential is not going to come out or to be is going to be acknowledged within the Congress ecosystem. So it's not going to be anytime soon that Mamata and Congress are going to make even tactical adjustments so far as Bengal is concerned. Outside, of course, a different story, and that is what we have seen today, we have seen yesterday, and we have seen how Mamata, in refusing to be seen in the Congress party's dinner that the Congress acting President Sonia Gandhi has called, it clearly shows that between them, there is not going to be any cohabitation. Having said that, so far as the pictures are concerned of Mamata meeting the Prime Minister, raising again the issue of CAA and NRC, she was essentially dovetailing a message to her constituency on a protocol where as Chief Minister of Bengal, she has to go and make a courtesy call on the Prime Minister of the country when he's visiting.
Yeah, let's also play out what the Congress party has been saying. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, leader of the Congress in Lok Sabha, here's what he said while calling Mamata Banerjee untrustworthy this morning. He said, we can't trust Mamata. Listen in.
किसी को अगर अकेले लड़ने की मनसा है तो लड़ सकते, किसी को कोई बाधा देने का कोई गुंजाइश नहीं होते हैं। लेकिन ममता बनर्जी कुछ दिन पहले झारखंड में गए थे, रांची में गए थे, हाथों हाथ मिलाकर सारे विपक्ष लोगों के साथ खड़े हुए थे। तो उस दिन उसको नहीं लगा कि कांग्रेस गंदी पॉलिटिक्स करते हैं। दिन में एक, रात में एक, सुबह एक, शाम एक, अगर कोई पॉलिटिशियन इस तरीके की उल्टी मारते हैं, पलटी मारते हैं, जिसको कहते हैं पॉलिटिकल समारसॉल, उसमें क्या लगता है? ये अनरिलायबली, अनप्रेडिक्टेबल। उन पे भरोसा करना मुश्किल है, भरोसा ना करना आसान है।
So one statement that the Mamata Banerjee has also reportedly made is that she has said, I don't know whether it was lost in translation, but let's listen to the soundbite once again. She says, Prime Minister asked me to raise these issues in Delhi. Whether he asked her to visit personally to Delhi, we don't know. Let's listen into the soundbite once again.
আর দ্বিতীয় একটি কথা আমি বলেছি যে দেখুন আপনি আমার এখানে এসেছেন, আপনি আমার অতিথি, হয়তো আমার বলা উচিত কিনা আমি জানি না, কিন্তু আমার এটা মনে হয়েছে বলে আমি বলছি যে আমরা CAA এবং NPR এবং NRC আমরা তিনটেরই বিরুদ্ধে, এবং তিনটের বিরুদ্ধে আন্দোলন চলছে সারা দেশ জুড়ে, এবং আমরা এটা নিশ্চয়ই চাই মানুষে মানুষে বৈষম্য হওয়া উচিত নয়, এবং কোনো মানুষই যাতে দেশ থেকে বাদ না যায়, এবং কোনো মানুষের উপরে যাতে কোনো রকম কোনো অত্যাচার না হয়, এটা দেখার জন্য এবং CAA নিয়ে এবং NRC নিয়ে আপনারা আবার ভাবনা চিন্তা করুন, এবং আমরা চাই এটা উইথড্র হোক, এটা আমি কিন্তু বলেছি।
Okay, listening in once again to what Mamata Banerjee said. Abhishek, if she has been called, if she has said that, the Prime Minister asked me to, come to Delhi and raise these issues. Now, does that, and when you put the Congress party's criticism of Mamata Banerjee today saying that, one day she says this, on the second day she does this, of course, are we reading too much when we hear Mamata saying that we've been asked to go to Delhi? Or is this the government perhaps giving an inch to at least seem like they are willing to hear the opposition out?
No, not really, Niranjan. In fact, so far as the Congress party criticism is concerned, words like unpredictable and unreliable are not essentially seen as vices for a politician. They make you a good politician. So I don't think Mamata Banerjee would bother much about those words, particularly as they come from Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. Having said that, what Prime Minister has said, as quoted by Mamata Banerjee, that these issues have to be raised in Delhi, not in Kolkata when he has come for some important visit, clearly shows that was a polite snub from the Prime Minister to Mamata for making a hue and cry on something which is the domain of the Parliament, which is the preserve of the Parliament, and Mamata's members of Parliament from Bengal have registered whatever view they had as Trinamool members in the Parliament when the discussion was going on Citizenship Amendment Bill, which became an act as has got implemented since yesterday in the country. So it's more like a courtesy call, attempt being made to use that courtesy call to buttress own politics, and the Prime Minister very politely snubbing and saying that please get into politics when you come to Delhi, because that's a national issue. That's the domain of the Parliament, the sovereign will of the Parliament. It's not something for the state to decide.
Thank you for joining us with those inputs, Abhishek.